Hi.
So good. Nice, should we keep moving, please?
Yeah, for sure. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi there.
안녕. Hi. 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 안녕. Hi.
Catch your eyes, catch your mind. What is up, guys? 안녕하세요. So I'm here at the Wembley Arena. Now it's called O2O Arena because, you know, due to the sponsorship. So basically, I'm here for the K-pop evening. So like lots of celebrities are gonna be here. So let me just go through the list. Okay, so this is like a 2-day event. Yesterday, on the 9th of July, there was EXO Chain, Astro, Everglow, Hwasa from Mamamoo, O-News, P1 Harmony, and Sam Kim. And today, I'm here is for the EXO Kai, SF9, CRAVITY, Kep1er, CIX, WEEEKLY, and Kim. The reason why I'm here actually is just for Kep1er because I'm a big fan of CLC. I'm a cheerleader, and since everybody knows that Yuzin became the part of the the Kep1er, so I have been following Kep1er since the debut because I was the program called Gold Planet 999, with the contestant from China, Japan, and Korea. And at the end, Yuzin also got a chance to debut. So yeah, I'm here to root for her. I'm super late, man. So I'm here collecting at the box office for the lanyard for the VIP, and I'm gonna go for the red carpet and maybe wave and greet, and after that go to the concert. Alright then, see you in a bit. Alright, so even though I was late, finally I got the lanyard for Kep1er. Well, I'm lucky because I was thinking about swapping with other one, but luckily I got the Kep1er one, and plus I got the fan chart for the Kai, EXO Kai, and they gave me some. I dropped my thing, and they gave me some of the stickers thing there. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the red carpet, and after that I'm going for the meet and greet. So the people around here.
I'm gonna switch here.
Yeah, so that's my new friend. What was her name again?
Elena.
Elena, yeah. So nice to meet you. So I'm after Kep1er and she's after SF9.
SF9.
Okay, so have a nice day.
Bye.
Alright, see for the first time I got the chance to meet Kep1er. Not like seriously, the first time I saw it face to face. Because all this time I haven't seen them only like on the YouTube videos. Seriously, it was super nice feeling.
다 같이 인사 한번 부탁드릴게요. 네, 인사드리겠습니다. 이번 주는 위클리 안녕하세요.
Just a bit at our showcase. Let's give it up for
네, 감사합니다. 인사 부탁드릴게요.
네, 안녕하세요. Hi guys. 천천히 인사드리겠습니다. 둘, 셋. Yes, 2, 3, get closer.
right now I'm here in the queue, waiting for the Kep1er meet and greet. And so it's gonna be my face-to-face. It's a long queue. Say hi to camera. Say my new friend.
Hello.
So we are Kep1er, yeah.
Kep1er.
So quite excited to see them for the first time. Yeah. So let's go in. Alright, so I'm inside the the arena for the concert. But the thing is that my phone did let me down. On the hallway, it was unexpected. All the Kep1er members, they were waiting outside. And I was trying to record the video. I was nervous of what happened. So I couldn't record the video. My phone was broken. Like it was frozen. So that's the problem with the old iPhone 6s Plus. I need a new phone. It got it, man. Well, at least I say Hikaru, Kim Daeon, Seon, and Yuzin. Yeah.
I hope for attention.
Oh yeah, the new album, yes.
Yes.
Somewhere, yeah.
Maybe it's completely just a new album.
Oh.
Or what are the masks? Maybe
Oh, the mask is nice.
mask is really was my favorite from the first one.
There's a guy from Germany. Yeah.
Now it's
Alright, so even though I'm a bit disappointed because I didn't record the video for, the Kep1er members, but at least I did say using that I'm a big fan of CLC, and she was like, oh, okay, so that's the thing. And here on the right, so what's your name again? Abel from Spain. He's the first ever person I met who knows Daya, the real person, seriously. I'm so happy because I've been following Daya for last 2016. It's about 4 or 5 years now, yeah. And he's the only first person I met ever, seriously. I'm very excited about that. Seriously, yeah. So, who's your favorite member?
My favorite member was Sungjin.
Sungjin, okay. Mine is Beck Gavin, Ultimate Prize, Beck Gavin. And over here we have a guy from Germany. Say Allah.
hey.
And so Germany, I said, right? Germany and... where from again?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. No, you're from Indonesia.
I'm from Philippines.
Oh, sorry, Philippines. So manufacturer. Oh yeah. My younger brother is a big kind of manufacturer, seriously.
Yeah, me too.
And you says you are from?
Alex, from England.
Oh yeah, so he's a white guy. So yeah. So we are Indonesian, yeah. So we're excited. So we're just waiting for the to go on. And so see the people going on. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, so even though I got all the albums for the signature, but the thing is that the meet and greet was so quick, I didn't have the chance to meet them because I was hoping that we will see on the table on a chair and we're going to give a high five or a handshake, but nothing that happened, so it was a bit disappointing. But at least I am happy that I got a chance to meet Yuzin and told her that I'm a big CLC fan, and she reacted like, oh my god. Okay, so that's it.
Hi.
So good. Should we keep moving, please?
Yeah, for sure. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi there.
한류팝 페스트 무대를 정말 기다려왔는데 이렇게 무대를 하고 있다는 게 너무너무 신기하고 꿈만 같아서 너무 행복합니다.
We've been waiting for this for so long, and it seems like a dream to be performing this incredible evening.
네, 여러분 저희가 무대 여러분들께 보여드릴 공간을 위해서 원하시는 얼마나 열심히 준비했는지 아시면 깜짝 놀라실 거예요. 맞습니다.
So we have been waiting from Monday to Sunday, preparing hard to perform for you guys.
저희는 여러분들을 감동시킬 준비가 됐습니다. 여러분들도 저희 무대를 즐기실 준비 되셨겠죠? Are you ready?
That was lucky. Look at that now.
sweaty, aren't I? I can't do it.
From this thing and I'm very sorry. It's okay.
As long as you don't mind, I don't mind.
너도 행복하니 못해준 게 더 많아서 미안해 내게
Okay, so this is the next day after the event. Yesterday I attended the event, the HallyuPopFest. Was that HallyuPopFest in London, in Wembley Arena. Now it's called O2, so OVO Arena. Okay, so what I'll just do is that because last night my phone, because I record all my videos on my iPhone 6s Plus, and even though I have the iCloud like 200 GB one storage, but yesterday my memory was full, so I couldn't record like the last 40% of the video, and plus I didn't have any energy to talk about yesterday. Okay, and as you can tell by my voice is like gone. Okay, so let me just go through in a summary. I'll do a quick summary about yesterday. So it was my first time ever I attended this. Actually no, the first one was the big band. You know that during 2012 the big band came to London for the concert called Alive. I'm Still Alive, yeah, something like that, yeah. So at the time I paid like £100 for that, and it was standing. But this time, for the first time, seriously, I met the idol, like all those the Korean idols, which I have been watching on YouTube for like more than 10 years, on a face-to-face. Wow, that was amazing experience. Okay, I'll just go through. First of all, the reason why I went there was just for Kep1er, okay? Because I'm a big fan of CLC. I would say that I'm more, out of all the groups, like the more fan I'm by the Daya and the CLC. Because at the moment CLC is not like producing anything, and they're using to become a member of new girl group called Kep1er. So yeah, and I was the producer, what do you call it, like the Girls Planet 999 and the Kingdom 2. So there she was. So that's the reason I went there. And I will say at the first, actually what happened was I left my home at 10:30, but I was late because while I was coming out from the Wembley station, I was running and I took the wrong bus to the opposite direction, so I had to come back, and so I was late. But luckily I got the lanyard, because I'm a VIP. Oh yeah, the price was, I paid like £340, 36 pence. So what happened was I was late, and what I met, I had to run up and down. At the same time I met a friend, two new friends, one lady, Elena, and the other white guy, Bailey. Yeah, there are two, because we three were late. And after that we got the lanyard, and after that we got to see all the idols, you know, like face to face. It was like like red carpet. Wow, that was amazing experience. Like I went there especially for the CLC, you know, for the Kep1er. I was so excited, man. So face to face, I saw them, and they all are so beautiful. And after that, we went inside for the high-end meet. Here's a funny story, because I thought that we're gonna, you know, like sit down on the table, on the chair, and so that's why I got all the three different versions of the Kep1er first album, the First Impact. And plus I borrowed my brother's, what do you call it, like the signing paper, like a marker pen, just to go there and let them do the thing. Okay, what happened was I saw Hikaru standing on this left side of my hand, left side, yeah. And I was thinking, okay, maybe they are waiting to go in the room, you know, on the chairs. And what happened was everybody was taking video, so I was trying to do. But what happened was at the time I was so nervous, my whole mind went black. So for me, I record the video, but once I go back, like once I, you know, like went inside the concert hall, and when I checked the video, it wasn't even recorded. So basically what happened was my mind froze. I was so nervous after seeing that. The reason why I'm gutted with that is that because I would say at first it was Hikaru, so I say hi Hikaru, and she acknowledged me. And after that I'll say Kim Daeyeon, yeah. Kim Daeyeon, she said hi, well, that was fine. And at the last, Yujin was somewhere in the third last. And I told her I'm a big CLC fan, and her reaction was, oh. And I just want to capture that moment, because you know that for the first time is the idol I got a chance to meet face to face, and plus I make a comment about them and they reacted. For me, that was the main highlight, that Yujin reacting like, oh. And after that, what happened was I went inside and I just met with the new friends, and some of the people, they were from one of the guys, I think two of them were from Germany, and they were like Indonesian, Filipino, and Spanish guy. So they were different like people. And before going to that high five meeting, I was also chatting with one girl. She was from USA. And after that, the concert started, and there, yeah. So I was screaming. So that's my voice is gone now. So overall experience was fantastic. Seriously, for face to face, oh, amazing. And I would say my performance-wise, social, like performance-wise, I would say at least 8, because even though I don't know the singers, I just like raising my hand, waving, screaming, but not like too hyper, just like in a timid way, like hi, like that kind of way. And even though I went there for Kep1er only, because this event was like 2 days event, so on the Sunday one there were like 7 artists, and I specifically went for Kep1er, and I was surprised with like all the artists as well, even though I don't know them. But like first of all was the guy called Paul Kim. His voice was amazing. It reminds me of Eric Nam. And after that, all the boy groups. Okay, let's talk about girl group, because there was another girl group called WEEEKLY, and I have heard of their songs, but I wasn't a big fan. But I was impressed with, especially the one girl who used to do this, who did it like this, and she reminds me of the Dayas Ki Hyun. So that's WEEEKLY. I was impressed, and the other boy group like the CIX, SF9. Oh, most of the people were crazy about SF9, and there was another one. So I forgot the name because I'm not really into like boy group. There's one group, what do you call it? Impact, so something like that. Yeah, but yeah, seriously, oh, the choreography, they are so powerful. I was well impressed. And at the same time, I make a friendship on the Kako Talk. I got a number for this guy. He is the photographer of Kep1er. So basically, there were 2 photographers for Kep1er and 2 photographers for WEEEKLY. But sadly, that guy, because he was using like long lens camera, and seriously, this is the first time I heard them in person. And when they click the thingy, when they click the flash, you can hear that click, 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 click all the time. Like it's very quick. And what happened was, the security caught them, and so they were kicked out. But at the end, I met them, and we exchanged the number. Yeah. So today he's returned back to the Korea on the same plane. So overall, I would say it was a good experience. Even though, oh yeah, here's a funny thing. At night, I was so hungry. I ran down to McDonald's. There was a long queue, so I bought the burger for like £8, almost £8, and taxi, because the place was in West London, Wembley, and I live in South London, and nobody wants to, like drive me there. So I had to use that Bolt app like 4 times, because first time like 10 minutes, nobody wants to pick it up. But at the end, like I paid like £50 something to that driver, to the Bolt, and we have a long chat on the car, like, because I don't have like any hard skills. So I was, asking him questions about PCO, what should I do if I want to be like a private hired license, and that guy was a very good guy. So that guy was from Sri Lanka. So yeah, I would say my performance at least 8, man. Seriously, I did quite good, even though I didn't like jump crazily, but I was talking with this like a stranger. Plus, yeah, while I was waiting for the hot dog, there was one girl. She was from China, and she was behind me, and even I started chatting with her, and with me and the guy, the from Filipino guy. So we took her inside the concert room, because in the concert VIP, it was quite expensive, because she didn't have the VIP ticket, because you know that when you enter the club, they will ask for the wristband. So we took her there. But here's the thing, like, even though I was the one who started everything, but at the end, like that guy, Filipino guy, he was not making, but they were together. Maybe this young age a while, but no hard feelings, because at least I started the conversation without fear. I would say all this video I was on this, like my brother recommended this RST Tyler, RST Julian, those kind of people, Tyler Lopez. I would say reading audiobook have helped me to be less awkward. Even right now, my camera is a bit shaky. I can't even look at the center point. And when people are around on the park, I I mumble, I just, you know, like, there's like no pitch. See, this is the weakness. See, now there's one guy coming next to me, in front of me, and see my reaction. I will be like a little bit frozen, so I'm gonna go to the other side. So let's keep that. See, still I'm a bit awkward, but I would say I'm getting a little bit better day by day and keep on going. Okay, so that was my personal journey to come out of shyness and follow the passion about K-pop, and went there to see the Kep1er. Seriously, I'm so happy. For me, the main highlight was that when I told Yuzi I'm a big fan of CLC, and she said, oh, that was a big highlight. Seriously, that was cool. Okay, I said that's it. Oh, one thing I learned from all the idols was that the body, seriously, they got ripped. They have like packs and everything, so they are like all they look after, like they are health conscious. They look after the health. So yeah, that's the one thing I learned. But plus, because one of the reasons why I like K-pop is that because they are not like one day like star, because they train for like young age, and some of them they train for like 10 years. Because one of the members from Twice called Jiho, she's the leader of Twice. She was like the training for like 10 years. Seriously, a long time. So this because all these girls, like they girls or boys, they all are hardworking people. They are very dedicated, and you know that K-pop industry is very what's the word? It's very populated, and I don't know what's the word. But it's not easy to get in the top end, and only the top. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a zebra crossing. So far. Thank you. And only the top of the like top group can be the, you know, like they can debut and have their fulfilled life. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so that's the thing. I have to catch a bus, and that was my journey about being extrovert when you are still awkward. Alright, seriously, man, I need to improve. Seriously, this is so bad. Okay, but I'm not gonna edit anything because this is me. This is natural who I am. So I just need to, you know, because this is all like my diary for myself to improve. Alright, so this is my bus stop. I have to find a bus and get a tram. Alright, until then, annyeong, stay strong.